arrive pretty soon.
Guess what? We're live, everybody. What is up? Welcome to another episode of the Let's Talk Games podcast. Yeah, we're in a little bit late. I got lost in time. I was trying to get through The Life is Strange episode 5. No spoilers, please, in the comments. I have not yet finished it, but I'm trying to. But I decided to take a break to talk to you guys. So, how you guys doing? We got finally E-Rock8150. The target is on his back, and he decided to show up at the wrong time. But what's up, E-Rock? How you doing?
Hey guys, this is E-Rock8150, the Don King of Xbox, and it's splendiferous to be back finally after 2 weeks of absence because of this damn iPhone update. But I'm back.
Welcome back from YouTube jail, sir.
And you heard that was Big Irv. What's up, Big Irv?
What's
Big
good,
Irv?
everybody? Big Irv, look at out here with y'all, because it's Black Jesus. Let's have some fun.
Yes.
And then we got the spoiled kid in the room.
Yes, I also got a free copy of Halo 5, might I add.
Oh, Lord, you had to throw that in there?
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm not telling you I got that. That was an amazing gift. And no, was not my mom.
Okay, so just to give you guys an update on the channel, Let's Talk Games. We used to do quite a few things with the Let's Talk Games podcast. For those who's been true followers of the podcast, familiar with me and E-Rock, how we used to do the interviews with developers. We're going to be doing that soon again, getting everybody on board, try to give you guys the first heads up on some of the games that you may not know about that's coming soon. So we will be back on track with that pretty soon. And also, we got a couple, we might have a new mix-up on what we may do with this podcast. I will talk to you guys later about that, but just to throw it out there. Wow, what's up? Okay, so the NPDs came out. The NPDs were delayed, and everybody was impatiently waiting just to find out that PlayStation 4 won again. But yeah, so I don't know the exact number. They said something about like 500,000 for the PlayStation, so that probably puts, I don't know how much the Xbox One sold, nor really do I care, but it's news. It's what's popping. It's what's popular today is knowing what these consoles sell on week-by-week basis, even though you already bought it. But what do you guys think about the PlayStation? You know what I mean? It's winning again in September, as if it's big news.
It's not really surprising to me, but what I think is that during the holidays, Xbox is always going to dominate during the holidays. Like, I foresee every year for the Xbox One's history, it's going to win holidays. Phil Spencer is going to push it, and he's going to slowly gain edge always during that holiday season. Right now, what we're going to talk about, the price drop here in a bit.
No, first I just want to try to focus on this the PlayStation winning again. All
right, but it's not really surprising to me. I feel like they're always going to outsell it because people are going to remember the PlayStation 2. That was a great console, and that people are going to see that, and they're going to look at that success, and it's going to keep pushing it forward.
Yeah, bottom line, they're going to win every month until it's going to be a strong month, depending on who gets the most games. And right now, since there's not a lot of games on both, PlayStation's just going to keep winning. It's not a surprise.
Yeah.
So this is what make fanboy. This is what breeds life into fanboys every day. So what what happens, right? Say hypothetically speaking, right? The PlayStation wins October, November, December, whatever, and go on and pretty much finish out the year outstalling the Xbox One. Would that make any of you guys feel? Does it make you feel any indifferent? What would you say if come January 1st realize Xbox has not won a month since April?
If it's me,
go ahead, you're up.
If it's me and I'm a Microsoft shareholder or an Xbox shareholder,
no, just as a regular person, like how you are now.
Oh, as a regular
as
a regular person, it really doesn't affect me. I mean, it bothers me a little knowing that the Xbox One is it's actually a superior console. Jerry knows that because he's had both consoles. It bothers me as an Xbox fan because I don't think that Xbox is living up to their potential. Not as far as games. They're giving us games. They're giving us features. they should not be losing to PlayStation. They should not be. Am I going to feel some kind of way? Yeah, because they should not be losing. It's like having to sit and watch a football team continually lose, and you know they're not using their starters to their fullest potential. Xbox is not using its starters to its fullest potential. And, well, you say, who was the Xbox's starters? It's money. It's wallet. They're not using their starters, so they're losing.
I actually would like to make a comment about that. For me, I really don't entirely care until it starts affecting the console. Like, they start cutting back things, which they're not. Microsoft has so much money that they will push this fight till the end.
Use it.
They will.
Use it. Guys, listen. Let's just cut to brass tacks and stop pussyfooting around this, because I saw a lot of damage control videos from Xbox YouTubers that I like. Listen, man. PlayStation is winning because do you guys watch TV? I see at least 5 or 6 PlayStation commercials every day.
YouTube.
Halo, isn't Halo 5 coming out this month?
Next week.
Where are the commercials? Where?
You haven't seen the Halo commercials? They come on.
YouTube.
The Walking Dead's come on. They come on when the football's on. I see them all the time.
They need to be on nonstop around the clock. They need to be on during the soap operas like Young and the Restless. They need to be on Saturday mornings. They need to be on nonstop, because all I've been seeing is PlayStation commercials, and PlayStation is beating them because I don't know when it happened or why. PlayStation found some money from somewhere, and they put money into marketing. A gold PS.
They've always spent more on marketing than Microsoft has. That's always been a thing.
Whoa, hold on, now, Caleb. Wait, now, hold on one second. They always spent more money than Microsoft in marketing. Not last generation, they didn't. Microsoft spent.
I'm talking about this generation. That'd be my.
Well, with this generation, but last generation, Microsoft spent megabucks. They spent hilariously ridiculous, laughable, crazy, head-scratching amounts of money to let you know that they had Call of Duty, that they had the Grand Theft Auto extra chapters. They spent $150 million advertising for Halo 3. Where is that Xbox at? Where is that Microsoft at? I don't know who these guys are.
Don Mastrick went out the door. That's where that went.
Question. So now, as a damn, you made me forget. It's coming back to me. Now, you do know that, like, Xbox has never really ever won a generation in terms of sales. So, do you mean like they're not living up to their potential as far as a console, or its sales potential?
Potential.
When it was the Xbox 360, Microsoft spent the money and did whatever they had to do to keep Sony out of the conversation, and they did it. The only word, you never saw any Sony advertisements, no matter what it was for. Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, you never saw anything. It was always Microsoft, Xbox. They paid the money to keep Sony out of the conversation. They made sure you knew that, hey, Call of Duty is on our console too, and it plays best on our console because we have Xbox Live. Where are those guys at? I understand that Don Matrick went out the door, but this non-aggressive bullshit from Phil Spencer is like, dude, I know you're a fantastic guy. Everybody loves you. You're the messiah of gaming. You're also non-aggressive, and look what's happening. Guys, don't hate, don't kill the messenger.
But Sony last gen shot themselves in the foot with a $600 release on a crappy console. With a cell processor.
Yeah, that's basically you notice how every generation the slow start usually becomes from that first announcement or somewhere around that first announcement, and then there's always a catch-up period. Now, we don't know if this is going to be a catch-up period with the X1, but I mean, the original Xbox didn't have a huge display. They got off slow, but they ended up, selling pretty good for them to bring out the 360. But then the PS3 came out with that crazy price point.
$600.
Nobody jumped on that, but eventually that started to catch up. Xbox did the same thing, started marketing the TV deals and everything.
And plus another thing,
then that price point, it was
the original
nuts.
the original Xbox when it first came out, it was more powerful than a PC. That's another thing. This gen, not as powerful. I'm not going to go into details about that because I don't want to bring up.
We all knew that because they broke it down the second these consoles were announced. Everything on the consoles was not up to par with PC, but I think this generation is probably a cash grab. But who knows how long it's going to last?
It didn't start out as a cash grab because my argument has always been if for those of you who go through Kids Move and myself's archives and go back to the older Let's Talk Games podcast, you'll see that I've always said how you mitigate a lack of power. Oh, well, the new consoles aren't as powerful as the PCs. How you mitigate a lack of power is you mitigate that by creativity, like Sunset Overdrive. That's how you mitigate that. You can't play Sunset Overdrive on the PC. So, you mitigate that by creativity, and it's like it just seems like creativity's going out of the window. And I'm not knocking PlayStation. They took a page out of the Xbox 360's playbook. But it's like, damn, dude. I mean, fight fire with fire. Get up off your ass and spend that money and smack these guys back. Just don't sit around and, oh, well, congratulations, PlayStation, on your success. Dude, fuck that. You are the leader of a multi-billion-dollar corporation. I don't care who you are. You're in business to succeed, to win. I'm not buying all of this bullshit about, well, we're not worried about the console, or we're going to double down on games. That's fantastic. You can double down on games, but you could also say, oh, you know what? Oh, Sony made Call of Duty an offer. Hey, Activision, what did they offer you? 125 million.
They actually pulled back their offer. It was like a $43 million deal, and Microsoft said, you know what? Nope. Yes, essentially chump change.
Actually, go ahead.
And look what happened. Look what happened. Listen, I've said this time and time again, and I'm going to get a bunch of flack for this. The average, there are gamers out there who are in the know, like the guys that are in this podcast and other podcasts and other YouTubers. Then there's the average consumer. The average consumer is dumber than a rock. They do not know that Call of Duty is also on the Xbox One. All they know is the commercial they're going to see in a couple of weeks. They do not know that Star Wars Battlefront is also on the Xbox One. All they're going to know is that commercial they see. And guys, let me tell you something. If you're talking about the Xbox One doing what it did the last couple of years and outselling the PS4 during the holidays, let me tell you how double downed and double damned this is. Not only does the PlayStation have this exclusive box art and marketing with Star Wars Battlefront, that Star Wars trailer came out yesterday, and it was fucking phenomenal. So I have a feeling there's going to be this weird snowball effect that's going to happen in PlayStation 4's favor. Dude, if you're an Xbox fan, this is bad news. This is a shitstorm. Let's talk about it.
Actually, there's something I wanted to bring up that you were saying. Microsoft said, or I think there was something a while back that was quoted by somebody in Microsoft, that Sony isn't even in their top 10 for competitors. And I think this was GameSpot who said this, somebody from there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but when it comes to gaming, Sony is a competitor.
Yeah.
Anything else, no. If it's gaming, if we're talking about just gaming, Sony is a competitor, no matter what Microsoft says, because who are they competing against? Apple and their freaking Apple games, their iOS games? No. They're competing with PlayStation. They're competing with Nintendo. They're competing with Steam. They're actually competing more probably with Steam than they are with a freaking PlayStation, I would say, if anything. But the mobile market, that's different. Like, the mobile games don't cost $60.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you buy a phone every 2 years, but are you buying it just to play the newest version of Candy Crush? No, you're just buying it because it adds a new camera feature. So it's when it comes to gaming, Sony is a direct competitor. However you look at it, and Nintendo can't run away and say the same shit either. Nintendo, no matter what they say, even though they don't put out the product that's equivalent to the PS4 and Xbox, what they do, they're still competing because they're competing for a place in your living room.
Hey, Jerry, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I got my new phone to play Candy Crush Soda Soccer.
There's something else. Okay, yeah. So what this guy at GameSpot said was that Microsoft was focused on making the shot after their first shot. Like, say you were to shoot at a target. Microsoft just shot their first round, but they were focused on their second. Sony was focused on their first shot. You don't get a second chance for a first impression. And that's why they messed up. The 24-hour check-in thing, the Kinect always being on. Like, me, I wouldn't personally mind, but my mom was freaked out. She's like, there's no way I'm getting an Xbox. There's no way you're getting an Xbox.
And here's this, and the thing is, none of that, consumers, you morons, none of that stuff happened. We got all this.
But it never happened, but they said it was going to.
Well, and they were right. You know why? You know why they're right? Because all our consoles are always online. Not because we keep it online, because now we have to have them online. Because they will never make a game that's going to work right out the box day one. They're going to patch it 2 weeks later, a month later. And you know what you need to patch it? You need online. You need to be connected.
I think that idea actually came up because they actually, rated all the 360 people that was online often. So I think they figured they can actually use it as a PC with those actual points. Because with most PC stuff, you have to be online all the time.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, it was nothing that was wrong. I don't know why people reacted. I'm like, wait a minute, I was like, and I'm not even a PC gamer. I'm like, don't do this on a computer. Like, what is Steam for? Is that? I mean, like, I know you can do that. Like, I was like, what was the big deal? So I never had a problem with it. I guess the whole not playing used games. I was like, okay, I understood, but I was on a GameStop like freaking ban when this announcement came anyway, so I could care less at the time. But I can't speak for everybody. But the thing is, as far as the games being online, I guarantee you every game. Just imagine these games coming out and not being able to online. You're still stuck with the broken version. Until they send you a fucking patch on a flash drive or something like that, dude. That is crazy. You have to be online nowadays because they're not going to give you a AAA working game 100% on day one. You have to either get a day one patch, a week one patch, or a month 3 patch. But you have to be online for it to happen, and it's been happening damn near this whole generation, but nobody's talking about it now.
Well, Microsoft was going to do digital rights management. Yeah, and so was Sony, only they lied about it. And then told you, well, we were going to do it too. Oh, well, that's okay, Sony. It's okay if you were going to do it. Like, dude, like, really? Like, it's like people are just, you just picked a villain this generation, and the villain was Microsoft, and when it's all over, it's going to look like only one company was really for the gamers. The other company was just basically having a fire sale, and it worked.
Look how many games that are just coming out that are online only.
It's so many.
It's freaking growing.
I know one game that did not require, and only one. This isn't for argument's sake, but Lifeless Planet did not have a day one patch. Not that I'm aware of.
Lifeless Planet was also only like $8.
Yes, that's true. I'm not doing this for an argument. I'm just saying it is one out there that did not have a day one patch.
And I can tell you right now, Caleb and Black Jesus and Kids Move, I can see the comment section now. Oh, look at all you Xbox making excuses. If you watched my videos, Iraq8150, the most hated guy on YouTube now, I don't make any excuses. You Sony fans and Sony, you had better be lucky that I never got an MBA, a Master's of Business Administration. You had better be lucky that I'm not working at Redmond, Washington. Because if I was in charge of Xbox, read my lips, your dick would be in the dirt. Because I would have bought. My original plan was to buy Capcom, so you would have never gotten Street Fighter. My original plan was to buy Sega. Like, oh, E-Rock, you're wasting money. Why buy Sega? Why? So no one else could get Virtua Fighter, the greatest fighting game of all time. People have forgotten about that. So yeah, I would have bought
But
Sega.
how much did Virtual Fighter sell? Is it a 20 million selling game?
I mean, Virtual Fighter is not dead or alive right now compared on sales.
You can
Yeah, like you know what I mean. So why buy a game? Yeah, the game is good, but if only freaking 300,000 people is going to buy it, I want nothing to do with it.
You guys aren't seeing the big picture. You guys are not seeing the big picture.
They obviously are. They got to make the money back somehow. Why spend $1 billion on Capcom if their game's only going to make you 60 million?
Jerry, who's winning? Who's winning this generation?
Sony ain't buying shit.
It's not because of that.
Who's winning this shit? Guys, trust me. Is anybody in this room right now older than 26?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Maybe bigger.
Come on now.
No.
I think
That's another comment I'd like to make after you're done.
Guys, I have never seen. I saw with Sega. I saw with Atari. I have never seen anyone succeed and not spending the money. Everybody talks about how great the PS2 was.
Dude,
not
spending
realizing
money in different ways, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Guys,
I see what you're saying, but
keep making excuses. Keep making excuses. PlayStation 2 was dominant because they spent the money. It's been so long ago that people have forgotten. PlayStation and Xbox 360 spent the money. You've got to spend the money. It's why World Wrestling Entertainment, the garbage that they are now, became dominant. They spent the money during the 80s and 90s to put the territories out of business. So what you see as a waste of money, I see as that's one more game you're not going to have. If everybody wanted Microsoft to be the enemy, then I would have been the enemy. I would have been that guy. I would have been that guy.
The crazy thing about Microsoft is still probably kicking himself because that dude that they let buy Rare. You know, Rare's like, classic studio, but come on, look what they put out. Like, you know what I mean? Sea of Thieves is probably going to be the next great thing since, Cameo. Everything else between Cameo and Sea of Thieves has been Connect games.
Pretty bad.
I love my damn Connect. But I'm pretty sure they didn't sell after the first wave of Connect games, none of them really sold anything. So it's like, yeah, you bought Rare, but now what? You can't put out another fucking Banjo.
But see, in business, you got to take that risk because Microsoft bought Rare and they haven't really got a huge return out of Rare. But suppose Rare had been bought by somebody else. See, you guys understand? I don't know who the military leader was that once said, "It's not enough that I be successful, but you motherfuckers have to fail." That's how it is, man. You think Apple wants to see Android be successful? Hell no.
Okay. Well,
you want to see your
I
competition
don't
fail.
know how they fail because they had to watch Microsoft whip their ass for about 30 years. So now you know what I mean? Apple just finally getting there, but they're dominating, of course, the mobile market and the tablet market. But as far as hardware sales and stuff like that, Droid. The thing about just to get off gaming for a minute, Droid they're doing fine because Droid is software like Microsoft pretty much. As long as they can get all these companies that make hardware, that make phones, to use their services, to use their software, then they're fine. They're still in business because there's about 10 Droid phones and one iPhone.
Word up. And Android is smart because they made it accessible to everybody to go to Cricket and get a phone for $5. So I mean, it is what it is.
Actually, guys, I would like to hop on and say something about Sony's Yoshida. He made a quote a while back saying that when a console is doing well, when it's selling well, its focus is its third parties. And when it's not, its core games, its exclusives, its own IPs become the focus. And here's a little bit of proof of what he said. Take a look at the 360. It was doing major third-party deals, Peter Moore, Don Matrick. And when Sony was coming out the gate at a screeching halt before, the light turned green, they started focusing on their first parties after that. And now it's flopped. It's switching.
Do you hear that, Xbox? You're being schooled by Yoshida. How does that feel?
The guy with the freaking egg-shaped head.
Yeah, wrap your head around, guys. This is like we woke up into Bizarro world. Wrap your head around it for 1 second.
This is how you can use games.
Exactly.
Yeah, with Microsoft's original plan, you would have been able to share digital games.
But they don't know that.
Microsoft's original plan was too far ahead and too forward thinking for the average gamer who all they know is the last 15 years of gaming. I like my discs. I like to keep my discs. I want to keep going to GameStop and having them give me $5 for Madden that I just bought for $65. They wanted to stay with that old business model. So
I got a question.
Go ahead.
And just it's going to change the subject, but we were on this subject earlier, and this is in terms of exclusives. And now I was in a party and we were arguing about this, like, hey, what would you do? All right, you're Microsoft, right? Let's say you're Microsoft. Since you said, hey, if I was Microsoft, I'd do this. Say if you're Microsoft, right, and you had the opportunity, because people hate some of these type of deals, $50 million deal to get Call of Duty marketing deals, like early DLC, whatnot, the commercials, the advertising, $50 million for Call of Duty, or would you do $100 million to have the next Battlefield exclusive on your console for a year? What do you do?
Do both.
No.
No,
choose one. Which one do you do? Do you do a Call of Duty marketing deal, or do you do Battlefield timed exclusive on your console for a year?
You should have probably chose a better game than Battlefield because
no. Don't worry about. This is my choice. These are games. We're not going to add another stipulation.
Jerry,
marketing deal for Call of Duty, or because this questions what he was talking about too. So he has the opportunity.
I'm going to answer the question. And Jerry, you know I love you, my boy. But you guys, if you're on the board, if you're with me, Microsoft, I'm sorry, but I fire you immediately. We do both, and I'll tell you why we do both.
Dude,
I'll tell you.
Answer the or. I don't want both. I'm not giving you the option. No, save the president of Microsoft's like no. You have this budget, and you only can do one. I'm only going to approve one. Which one do you do?
Pick both.
But we all will pick both.
You see, say you had $75 million. I'm trying to help you out, Jerry. Just give me a moment. Say you had $75 million, but Mandela is willing to extend it to $100 million for that game. But your budget is $75. You go for the Call of Duty deal, or do you go and get that extended budget and get the Battlefield one? You can't do both. Otherwise, you're fired.
All right, I have to do the Call of Duty one because the Call of Duty is bigger than Battlefield.
Okay.
That's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Okay. Now, just to challenge that, you said you did the Call of Duty, the one they already did for 10 years that everybody complained about. Now, with the Battlefield deal, you're keeping it off the other console, which is a bold move for a year. Even though it's not as popular as Call of Duty, it has a following, and you're keeping it off the other console for a year. Trust me.
Get smooth. You're fired. Listen, Call of it's guys, you mark my words. The only reason why Battlefield is going to sell, and it's going to sell buckets this year, because of the Star Wars marketing. It's coming.
No, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about Battlefront. I'm talking about Battlefield.
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Hell, Call of Duty is bigger than that. Watch how many noobs go out and buy Call of Duty this year.
But it just go against what you would. So you would prefer a marketing deal over a game that's coming out the same day than buying a year exclusive on a game that kind of just limits it to your console for a year.
Watch how well this works out for Sony this year, and then you'll have your answer.
Now, E, I'm gonna tell you this though. What happened the first 2 years of Xbox One? They had Ghost and they had Advanced Warfare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
PS4 still won those sales, right?
Those actually were on a decline too. But
yeah. And Call of Duty itself is on a decline.
But I think
this is their last gas, dude, before they start becoming normal.
but I think Advanced Warfare had a bigger gap than Ghost did between the consoles.
Yeah.
So now,
you guys really, I love being a part of this podcast, but you guys are really missing the point. Yes, everybody hated Call of Duty yesterday. Call of Duty was on a decline last year. Watch how many people buy it this year because it's got a special PlayStation 4 box. You mark my words.
No, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying it. It's going to sell regardless. But the thing is, it's just the overall picture now. For example, Destiny.
For a consumer,
it's looked at as a PlayStation game, but yet Destiny has been selling better on the Xbox One. The Taken King sold better on the Xbox One. Nobody wanted.
But Advanced Warfare had a special console and everything as well, though.
Yeah, and it sold better on the PlayStation.
Exactly. Like, I see what you say, E-Rock, though. But if we changed it to say we have Call of Duty for the full year, of course you're going to say we're going to take Call of Duty because of the size of the crowd that gets that game.
Yeah, the install base is huge.
But the reason he asked you that question was because there still is an audience for Battlefield. He's saying that he'd rather take that little bit of audience from Battlefield for a full year than just say we're going to market it and still lose the numbers. Which is what Xbox has been doing in the last year or two.
Man, like I said before, I hear what Jerry's saying about the bigwigs at Microsoft saying we got a limited budget. There's no such thing over there at Redmond, Washington as we have a limited budget. And I would still try to go for both, and I would risk my job to try to go for both. Because when you sit down and have that conversation, I don't know if you guys follow wrestling. Wrestling used to be good. It's garbage now.
Yeah,
there was a guy. Yeah. There was a guy named Eric Bischoff who had this same conversation back in early 1995 with Ted Turner. And Ted Turner, he understood. He's like, what do we got to do to beat Vince McMahon? And Eric Bischoff said, I need you to open up your wallet. Okay? I need you to open up your wallet. We have to outspend them. That has always been. It's never going to change. And right now, I don't know how it's being done, but Sony, as far as marketing, they're outspending Microsoft, and it's baffling. I don't understand what's going on. I know everybody's saying, damn, E-Rock, you're hard on Microsoft, and you're hard on Phil Spencer. Listen, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But things are not going to change until they start going for the jugular again like they used to. And going for the jugular in that business, in that arena, is about opening up your wallet.
All right, before we kill each other in this podcast, can we move on to the next subject? Because I don't want to see anybody get stabbed here.
No, this is not even aggressive.
No, it's not. It's not. Dude, I was just in a party in an aggressive freaking fight over this whole Halo bull crap. But
Halo bullcrap?
But no, not being Halo.
I have my copy.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, I got my copy. I'm ready.
But I do want to, because you keep saying about, like, you know, Microsoft need to go for the juggler and start buying all these things. But what happened during the 360 thing, where Microsoft but then again, not buying things because they were focused on a third party? What about Mass Effect? Remember, Mass Effect was exclusive for one time on Xbox. I think so was BioShock, and so was Lost Planet. So was Dead Rising before Dead Rising 2. There was many games that we know and love now that all started exclusive on the Xbox 360.
That's correct. That's correct.
Oh, and another thing, not all companies are just going to accept your money. Maybe they just don't want to give you the deal at all.
Yeah, because they want to keep their IP.
What?
Think about that. Even like
what? Well, you guys can offer me your money right now. I'll take it. Shit, I don't know who. I don't know who doesn't want to take
hey, what
money.
if I want your house and I'm going to offer you $2,000 for your house? Are you going to take that deal?
That's just ridiculous.
Exactly.
Here's what these companies could be doing, though. They could be taking a lower amount from PlayStation and getting the back sales from the boost of promotion from PlayStation, whereas, you know, you get a lot of money from Xbox and thinking that, you know, you might get some money from Xbox, but it won't be as much as PlayStation will in the long run. Sometimes taking the lowest amount of money, getting the money on the back end, hits you back more than taking a lot of the money up front.
You got a point.
Just saying, so, but E-Rock, you still think Phil Spencer should be fired?
I never was insinuating he should be fired. I was just saying that Microsoft may need more aggressive leadership. I think Phil Spencer's a fantastic guy.
All
Everybody
right.
knows what he's done.
So what if do you think Microsoft, let's say, like throwing like a PlayStation in the garbage is going to generate, let's say, an extra million in more sales?
Doing what?
Throwing a PlayStation in the garbage in their next commercial, you think will it help it generate more sales, or?
Oh God, that's going.
I'd say if they got placed, like they had like 12 or maybe 100 PlayStations in their office, and they started whacking them with bats, throwing them at each other, and shooting them at the shooting range, or using them as like cup holders, or just started using them as if they were nothing, like not what they were intended for. That it might make the competition a little bit upset, like just for a crack.
If I was a platform holder, and yes, I know you got to be worried about sales and how many units you're going to sell. I couldn't imagine sitting on the kind of money that Xbox is sitting on, and I couldn't imagine sitting on, laugh if you will, I couldn't imagine sitting on Blinks the Time Sweeper. I couldn't imagine sitting on Banjo-Kazooie. I couldn't imagine sitting on Jet Force Gemini. I couldn't imagine sitting on Conquer.
Those games are all good and classic, but then again, you got to check how much they sold. You know what I mean? So cult fans aren't going to turn into like 20 million overnight. You know what I mean? Blinks, like I know about Blinks, but the next person, do you think the generation of kids buying Xboxes today know about Blinks, or would they care? No, they want the next Call of Duty. They want the next freaking NBA 2K. They don't care about that stuff, and that's why I think, yeah, maybe Blinks sold, I don't know, 700,000, maybe. It's probably, I don't know. I don't think it's so that much to warrant to, like, for them to say, all right, we're gonna pay somebody this much money to make that game again. Sure, can they revive it and have a better outcome with the proper marketing? Sure, they can do that, but it's too much to risk. Microsoft, we all know Microsoft goes for like sure things.
Here's something to sink your teeth in. Sometime in 2016, Ratchet and Clank is coming back, and there's going to be a special Ratchet and Clank box on PlayStation.
And Clank didn't die though.
And a little kid's going to walk into Best Buys and look at the consoles and see that colorful box and be like, "Mommy, I want that console." we could continue all day until we're red in the face and make excuses about why Blinks and Banjo-Kazooie shouldn't come back and you shouldn't bring back all of these IPs. We can do this all night, but you know what? Sony is going to bring back Ratchet and Clank. I don't care if they've been going 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. Who cares? And them kids are going to go in that Best Buys and see that colorful box and be like, "Mommy, I want that console." Think about this.
They've been saying that for the Wii too, but that
yeah. And all the Wii U did was confuse the parents that bought the Wii. They were just like, yeah, what is that thing? So and for honestly, the Wii their advertising was jacked up too, because I thought honestly the Wii U was just a Wii with a freaking tablet attached to it this time.
That was the problem.
I thought you could still use your Wii with your Wii, like with the Wii U tablet. That's all I thought it was. So I was like, fuck it, I don't want it.
Exactly.
You know, so I never bought it.
Tablet.
So yeah, because basically PlayStation just benefited for going last.
Yeah, maybe this was gonna happen regardless. Because you gotta think about it. Hear me out. The original when the PS2 came out, right? Because the PS2 really had the Dreamcast to destroy at the time. So Xbox and Nintendo, they came in late. So Xbox and GameCube came out a year later after PS2, so they were playing catch up, you know. So Xbox had no business winning. They didn't win. They did decent, but they didn't win, you know. Yeah. Xbox 360 came out a year before the PS3. It had a huge head start, and it was also $200 cheaper than the most expensive PS3. So they took a nice head start. Then the PS3 and the Wii U came. The Wii U shot up all the way up to number one and kind of fall to that 100 million before it stopped moving again. And then the Xbox 360 has been kicking the PS3's ass for like the first maybe 3 years of release, but then the last 2 years, PlayStation finally got its shit together, dropped those games, and they were able to cut it close worldwide. I think it averaged out to be, that's crazy, in America alone.
Xbox 360 sold 89 million, and PlayStation 3 I think sold like 70 something million. I'll look at it real quick.
All right, so But all right, so the Xbox 360 was in second place. It beat the PlayStation, but the thing is, what I'm trying to say is they never got to come out at the same time until this time, you know. So maybe the PlayStation 3 was always going to beat the Xbox in popularity, because remember, PlayStation worldwide popularity is way more popular than Xbox. So Xbox,
that's true.
80 million did that on the strength of technically North America and the UK. If you think about it, bro. PlayStation, the total PlayStation sales did worldwide, whereas Xbox 360s did it really on like a few territories. And it's the same thing this time around, except they came. This was probably supposed to happen. It's like maybe it was. I don't want to say Mayweather Pacquiao, you know what I mean? But the thing is that they're, you know, they're capable consoles, never came out at the same time. They finally did, and you know, the PlayStation has just been winning. Of course, I still feel the Xbox is a better platform, and I felt like Xbox has always, from the OG Xbox, been the better platform. And I just felt like they had a better platform. And me, as a PS2 fanboy back in the day, I knew the Xbox was a better, and it had better looking games. I just didn't. I was in complete denial. I was like, you know what, the Getaway's better, Killzone's better, and I got Ratchet and Clank and SmackDown, so suck it. That's how my attitude was back in 2002, 2003. But it's the truth, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say, you know, the PlayStation is better than Xbox. Is it more popular? Yes, and maybe they got to see it for the first time. Okay, this would have happened. Maybe it's the PS3 and the 360 would have came out at the same time. Maybe not at the price point that PS3 came out, but if they came in with the similar price points, it would have been alright. So imagine if the Xbox One was $400 right out the gate, and the PS4 was one. Maybe it would be even closer. Who knows, man? But that's for us to find out someday soon. Maybe in the next generation, when they both drop consoles again, they'll do it again. They both come with the message they actually want to send.
If there's even a next generation.
There will be. Trust me.
There will be.
Yeah, it's going to be. I don't believe none of that crap. Like I said, with everything else, I have to see it in order for me to believe it.
Yeah. So, speaking of Xbox and PlayStation One in September, does the $300 Xbox bundle, which includes Fallout, Gears of War, and an extra controller, guarantee it to win November, along with the other bundles that's out?
Hold on. I'm going to mimic, or try to mimic Anchorman here. If it has Fallout 4 in it, it's going to outsell absolutely everything.
Oh, wow. That was actually a perfect Anchorman. That was a perfect Anchorman invitation. Oh, my God. Wow, I gotta crop that and send it to him. That was actually pretty good. That's another. It's coming with the 500 gigabyte Xbox One. It's coming with an extra controller. You get 2 games. That's pretty awesome. I don't know what the deal is with Fallout. I've never seen it as this, you know, I will buy your console for Fallout thing, but I guess people will, and we'll see what happens. As
Anchorman would say, if it's got Fallout 4 on it. I know he's getting one of those controllers, those special disc controllers.
Yeah, that Fallout. I'm sorry, that Fallout. I'm not the biggest Fallout fan, but that Fallout controller looks pretty sexy. And when does it go on sale, or did I miss it and it's sold out? Because they're only making 5,000.
Yikes! Hold on. Go ahead and continue the conversation. I'll find out.
Yeah, I get paid tomorrow, so hopefully at 12:01 I can buy it.
Oh boy.
But yeah. So any thoughts on the $300 Xbox? You know, because that's what people's been begging for since the PlayStation dropped their PlayStation $50.
I think it's smart. It's a bold move. It's going for the jugular. That's a great response. That's excellent.
And it's getting 2 exclusives.
You know, it's not 2 exclusives because Fallout is multi-plat.
Two promotional exclusives.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though about the whole thing about the Xbox One and PlayStation now? Every bundle that's coming out for the PlayStation, even to the standard PlayStation 4 this fall, they're all 500 gigs except for the Call of Duty one. Whereas Xbox One, all of them are really 1 terabyte ones, except for the one, that Black Friday one, which is just a cheap throwaway, and then I think the White Gears one, which is another cheap throwaway. So, but their standard is a 1 terabyte. So technically, the Xbox One is still cheaper, than the PS4 because it comes with a game and you got 1 terabyte. So I don't understand why they keep shelling out the 500 gig models of the PS4. They have every reason to put out the bigger ones.
They still need to make money.
But wasn't it an article that
Remember what I said? That they only make so much money per console. They were only making like $50 with their $400 edition. If they were to keep pumping out just a terabyte, they would go back to making only about what, $40-$30. If they keep their 500 line there, they can still get like $60 or $70 a console then, because time, parts become cheaper, yada yada.
Now I seen an article. I don't know if they changed it recently or not, but the 500 gigabyte ones actually have the newer chips and technology in it than the 1 terabyte. I think that's why they're still pumping out the 500 gigs.
So I don't get it. So they allow you to switch out your hard drives. They don't have external hard drive support yet, which is weird. But yeah, no, they don't. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I got my 1 terabyte now my Halo console, and then I have an external 4 terabyte or external 3 terabyte hard drive attached to it. So I don't need space for a while.
That console is absolutely sexy.
It is. It's very sexy, and the controllers are pretty sexy too. Having both lock and Master Chief.
Did y'all propose to the console yet?
Oh my God. I will. No.
Yeah, I agree. They do.
November 10th, by the way. That's when that controller starts, allowing pre-orders.
November 10th. Okay, I'll be there. Not like I said, I'm not a Fallout fan, but that controller looks pretty sexy. But anybody know what that extra button on it does? Because there's an extra button on it that's not on other.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Big Earth just came online.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah, I had to restart my console. I was already online.
Yeah.
No, they need to put Google Hangouts on here.
The only thing about the buying a new console again is like I had the Windows 10 update and I have to wait for it again. So now I'm back to the old dashboard, so I don't have the new dashboard anymore. So I have to wait for that to get to me and then install it. So hopefully they send it to me because I got used to it and
going back to this is pretty slow, ain't it?
Yeah, that is fun.
I think their streaming, the Xbox OS was also meant for their Windows 10 like thing. Because what I'm noticing is I'm getting about a fourth a second latency, and that is definitely not good for gaming.
Okay, so just to get us back on something consistent, all right, so DICE. There was a lot made about the dude that supposedly worked for DICE, one of the DICE developers, and him like talking down on the Xbox, saying how DirectX 12 isn't going to work and that all this other yada yada stuff. Any opinions? Any thoughts? What's going on?
One, he's either a Sony pony. Two, he might know what he's talking about. Three, he's a new developer and he just went a little over the line there.
See, I don't think he knows what he's talking about because a lot of stuff he was saying was as far as I don't even think they were opinion. They were just like thoughts. Like I don't think and believe are things that mean all right, you just don't know. That's how I look at it. All right, so there's people that already came out that have actually worked with it or that's working on it or got their hands wrapped around it, and they can actually tell you something. Oh, it's going to be able to do this. Oh, I can see where it's allowing us to do this. You know what I mean? He just says, I don't believe. I don't think. Okay, then you don't know. I don't care what you think or what you believe. I want to know what you know. You know? So it's like it became irrelevant to once he weren't stating things that he can say and prove and just saying he thinks and he doesn't believe, then I don't care. You know what I mean? Because I don't believe what you believe. You know? So, you know what I mean? It's all like... It's all subjective, you know. So, so it is what it is. Like I said, we'll see when it gets here. We'll see what games look like in the next 6 to 12 months. Who knows? But I just thought, I think sometimes some people, when it comes to developers, a lot of the guys behind the scene, they want to get famous. You know, everybody wants to be the next the dude. What's the dude from Platinum Games that always piss people off? Everybody wanted to be that dude. Everybody wants to be Cliffy B. Everybody wants to be the guys that people see Everybody wants to be like Kojima, so they do things. They get themselves out there, and I think it's more like a publicity. Like,
that's not, but that's not the way to do it. The way you get yourself out there is you do like Cliffy B did back in 2006, and you make a great game. You make a great game. I mean, you know, whoever that developer is at DICE, you know, you're talking a lot of shit. Like, dude, what have you done? To do something and then talk some shit. And two, this is like turning into the generation of like just dumb motherfuckers, because it's like back in the old days when you opened your mouth or broke NDA non-disclosure agreements or when you badmouthed a console, you usually paid for it dearly. Your company paid for it dearly. Now you got guys just running off at the mouth, And here's a shocker. Just because PlayStation 4 is selling like hotcakes this generation, just suppose that there isn't a PlayStation 5 and all that's left is Nintendo. Now you got to go and kiss Nintendo's ass, you dumbass. So do something in gaming like Cliffy B did, you know, and then you can run your mouth. Until then, we don't want to hear from you.
I'm about to drop some knowledge on some people like I did in the chat earlier, or the other week. I have a new video coming up explaining height and stuff, so watch out for that. Thought I might put that out there.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. So, what's everybody been playing this week?
Oh man.
Hold on. Give me a moment. About the Life is Strange thing that's coming up. The Tomb Raider thing. Middle Earth, and World Tank.
Okay. What about you, E-Rock? You been playing Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto 5. I finally got the stun gun, and I'm having fun going into the hood, actually Grove Street in Los Santos, and starting shit with the homies in the hood, shocking them and watching them wild out. And I'm still wondering why the hell I'm not playing Fable Legends. Like, where is it? Like, is it ever coming out? Is it vaporware? But you know.
No, it's tied to the Windows 10. So once Windows 10 comes out, that's when it could come out. Same thing with Gigantic, honestly, dude.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
So you gotta wait on that. But Windows 10 is supposed to be full blown next month, right? But we still don't have a date on Fable Legends, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because just in case they have to push it back, but they just opened it to 24-hour beta testing, so you can play it whenever you want if you're in the beta.
Yeah.
So I've been playing it, and I'm happy they added a storyline, so that's pretty cool.
I need to actually start. I've been in the beta the whole time.
Oh, smooth. Season 2, Life is Strange.
I don't want to hear about it. Let me get through episode 5.
He said don't talk about it. He said don't talk about it at all.
Kid Smooth.
That's our game.
Kid Smooth, you have too many games, man. You should have gave me your Fable Legends beta code. You got too much.
I gave away like several codes that
but not to me. Thanks, dude. Jesus Christ.
By the way, I think right when Halo comes out, I will be doing a what's it called? Game giveaway.
What are you giving away?
Giving away Halo?
Life is Strange.
You're giving away Life is Strange.
Uh-huh.
Nobody's gonna want it after they've been spoiled over. I'm pretty sure that it's all gonna be spoiled within the next if it's not spoiled already, which you warned me of that it is being spoiled.
It's all over YouTube.
I'm not looking for any spoilers. I think I'm about maybe 50 minutes into this.
I know you're about to kill me too.
So I'm about 50 minutes into the game, and I just want to kind of like finish the episode because it's starting to it's pretty good. But
yeah,
their episodes are always bomb, except for their first one. Their first one was pretty bad, in my opinion. In comparison to
it's the first one. It's an introductory, you know.
Yeah. I know. That was just, I feel like the last 4 were the best. 4 or 3.
All right, stop talking about it because I feel like you're in the
Okay. Like I said, always tiptoeing.
Yeah, you might want to tiptoe away.
Please. Talk about something different. Like, also For those who are in the preview program, I've been getting messages like daily. I have not forget. I'm sending invites to people in the preview program as I get your messages. So if you're following me on Xbox Live, just send me a message. Now, I can't guarantee you that you'll get in a preview program because honestly, I don't know if they're still adding people to the preview program, but I've been adding as I've been getting requests, and so I can't wait to get the update again. So, because with the newer update, you actually get a notification when somebody adds you as a friend. So I was able to do it right away. Nowadays, I have to look in my freaking notification tab and I see who's added me over the past 2 days. Whereas with the new update, you get them as they come, like you see it as it's
right there.
But yeah, so if you guys haven't gotten a message for Xbox, it's not because I didn't invite you to the preview program. It's just that I don't know when they're gonna send out a message, and I don't know if they're still adding people. But I'm doing whatever I can. So keep hitting me up with the ads. Keep hitting me up on Xbox messages and whatnot. Yes, I do interact with people that hit me up on Xbox. So it is what it is. So. But what else? What else we got? Oh, I didn't talk about the game. Wait.
I didn't either.
We heard what E-Rock been playing, and we heard what NSD has been playing. Big Herb, you've been playing a lot of that FIFA, but what else?
Man, FIFA's addictive, man. But like now, I'm jumping back on Madden for a little bit. I'm trying to get my sports fix out before Halo comes out. But let's see. I've been on NBA 2K, played a little live, but nobody's on it with me. Yeah. And I cracked open the Uncharted collection.
That's what I thought I would regret selling my PS4. I have not yet. But who knows? Nerd Boy's been hitting me up because that was actually his PS4 that I sold.
I've been playing Rock Band too.
Oh, okay. How is it?
It's the same game. Now, Guitar Hero is a lot tougher because the new button mapping, but yeah, Rock Band is definitely clear.
You got both of them?
Yeah.
Can you still play with the controller?
It's cool.
You can't even start the game on Guitar Hero without the guitar.
I was about to say, if you can still play with the controller, just imagine somebody who had an Elite controller. They'd be dominating the game.
Yeah, they cut that out on Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero, the way they did Guitar Hero is a lot better. I kind of like it a lot more, but it's a lot harder.
Yeah, I'm fine with Dance Central. We can stick with Dance Central because.
Well, don't say that too loud. Don't say that too loud. Your boy's gonna jump you again.
Yeah, I mean it's the same damn game. Except one. You know what?
I was talking about how my mom liked Dance Central.
Yeah.
Well, Dance Central.
She's crazy about that game. Absolutely crazy about it.
I love the game. I was happy when they brought it back. And I'm happy with the model. It should technically Dance Central should be really a free to play, and you just pay for songs. That's what it should be. It should come standard on every Xbox One with a Kinect. That's why it comes with every Kinect. So technically, I guess it is a free to play. But it's a cool party game. Those of you, if you're single, or those of you who need a quick fill to get something started, Netflix. You got Dance Central is the other alternative to Netflix and chill. You get Dance Central in there, get it moving, and you might get lucky.
Yeah,
but
you ain't gonna have no chill time when you tired. Come on now.
But the game I've been playing, actually, I've been without an Xbox for like 2 days. But it's gonna be Life is Strange. But what games was I playing? I've been playing Metal Gear, Life is Strange now. Metal Gear, Life is Strange, NBA Live, of course.
We're about to be playing that Halo.
Murdered Soul Suspect, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, you finish it?
No, I haven't. I'm freaking halfway. I'm probably more than halfway through the game. I played actually a lot of it, but the thing is, it's one of those games that my fiance really don't like the concept of the game, so I can't play it when she's actually around. So, because she doesn't like the whole ghosts and all this other stuff like that. So games like Outlast and Evil Within, I tend to play when I got the place or the living room and stuff to myself. I'll jump on it. So, you know what I mean? She doesn't like the concept. She thinks all the games I play are depressing. And now that I look at it through my library, I'm like, well, damn, she's kind of right. The only game that's not as depressing is freaking Peggle. So,
even Halo is a bit depressing.
You said what?
Halo's going to be a bit depressing.
Oh, yeah, it is. So
I got to wait till next week, man. Both of y'all scrubs.
No, I don't. I know nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing about the game because I don't be watching these stupid people streaming. I don't know why people are streaming it. I'm not watching streams.
Yeah,
I'm not nobody watching walkthroughs. I ain't watching nobody's impressions because I don't give a damn about anybody's opinion on the game.
We're waiting for it to come out.
When it comes out, I'm going to play it and I'm going to enjoy it as if I never seen it before because I never seen it before. So.
Yeah, cause I wanted to ask you about Murder Soul because I see it keep popping up on the gold list for like $5 and $6 every so often.
If it's $5 and $6, buy it.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. You know, I shitted on the game when it first came out. You know, I even made a video. If you go through my backlog, I'll probably link it about Darian because he thought the game was gonna be good. So I did like this little skit in one of my videos to explain how it was garbage, and I never even played it back then. But when I finally got my hands on it, I was like, you know. Damn, man, this was pretty good. Now, I probably wouldn't want to pay $60 for it, but as far as having a good story, it has a good story. The gameplay is fun. There's not much action that you get to do, but it showed you a different way to play a game, you know, and it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good, actually. You know, I honestly think it got, like, not so great scores because it wasn't popular. That's all. But if it's on sale for if it's on sale for $15, $20, even less, get it. It's worth it. It'll be worth a playthrough, you know.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, because I see it on sale all the time, and I'm like, okay, do I want to splurge? Do I want to do it? Do I want to do it? Because when Lords of the Fallen went to like $8, I was like, yeah.
Lords of the Fallen, I don't like that shit though.
I kind of don't like those games like that. I kind of got into it though, but it just. I would cut it off after 15 minutes and then go back like an hour later and cut it off 15 minutes later. Like, I can't stay in the games like that.
Yeah, they don't keep me, like, on it. Like, you know, that's why I didn't like Bloodborne much. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I kind of just didn't even check that
one. Smooth. Me, and Irv here and one other are going to be playing Halo, right?
Yeah, I'll be on Tuesday.
Yeah, Jay Cherry. It's Jay Cherry, me, you, and guess Irv. E-Rock. Oh shit! Hold on, I'll be back, guys.
Yeah, all right, I'll take over.
Yeah, on Friday I'm actually going to get the pre-order deluxe show. I mean, not the deluxe, but the pre-order version.
I was gonna get the deluxe, but I got a free copy, so I don't see any need for that.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway of Life is Strange. I'm debating whether or not I want to do it sooner or if I'm gonna do it on the Halo when we're all streaming it. And we're all playing, and we're all...
Now, are you giving away the full game, or are you just giving away episode 5? Okay.
No point doing one episode. That would hurt somebody.
Get episode 5, I'd be like, I ain't playing this.
Yeah.
Or I could buy each individual episode, and then randomly drop them out through the stream, each episode.
Oh, wow.
And each person gets one, or they get some random episode. that would hurt.
By the looks of it, I'm probably going to be playing this episode a couple of times, but for some reason we keep going back to Life is Strange. Why are we talking about it?
I don't know.
Gee. But what I was about to say, E-Rock can get a headset so we can like get them in these parties, man, because like a decent set. You don't got like your day one headsets?
I had them, but I don't know what happened to them, man. They just disappeared.
No, I'm bugging. I just got headsets that came with this Xbox, so you got to send me your address and I'll like mail it out to you.
I was about to say I'll send you one.
or have have spills in it. So these headsets would only work if you have like the newer controller.
Yeah.
The
direct you should probably update your controller too.
Yeah.
If you haven't done that, guys, people that are in the stream. Yes, you have to update your controller. That's a thing now. Yes, It's an Xbox thing, but it's a thing.
Wow.
Also, the new Steam controllers come with batteries, and nobody's complained yet.
Yeah, like, I'm actually glad that my Xbox controller has batteries. It's like, PlayStation, I either have to wait for it to charge, or I have to plug it in. When I have my Xbox controller, slap, whack, new batteries, pop, start playing again.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I had to plug it up while I was playing Uncharted. It's getting annoying.
That's why you only could play short games on that console.
Yep. Maybe that's why the order worked.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's cool.
Low blow.
It is a cool. I mean, I don't. The thing is, a lot of people think I like the console. I really do like the console. The controller sucks as far as battery life goes, and then it's just their games for this time around. It just doesn't. I don't really care much for their offerings.
It
At this
just
point.
doesn't fit you.
Yeah, just doesn't do it.
You're not excited about for Uncharted 4 next year?
No, because I'd never play. I haven't played any of the first three, I guess.
What?
So,
Yeah,
I was going to get the Uncharted collection, but I ended up selling my PS4. So I was like, you know what? If I happen to get a PS4 again, I'll make sure to buy the Uncharted collection with it. The thing is, my beef with the Uncharted collection, I didn't want to pay $60 for it because I feel like I'm being kind of ripped off. So I didn't. That's why it took me. That's why I didn't preload it. I was going to preload it, but I kind of just wavered off on it. So if I come across it, I might get another one in a week or two, next 2 weeks. And if I get it, I will get the Uncharted collection with it. I don't know. I would get one of the bundles, but I think they're both ugly. So, or I might wait till Black Friday. Who knows?
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh man, I've got like a migraine right now. Ooh.
Yeah, and it's now 10:12, and I'm about to go get me some Hawaiian Punch, and I'm gonna finish this episode. Wow, I'm gonna finish this episode 5 of Life is Strange because I'm sitting looking at this pause screen, and I'm mad I took this long of a break, but I did enjoy coming to do this podcast with you guys.
Gary, after
if it's about Life is Strange, I don't want to talk about it.
After you finish it and I finish, we need to have a talk about it.
Oh, okay, that's great. That's all we're gonna say about it.
What is it with you guys in this game? What happened?
Get a copy of it and you'll understand.
It's the Illuminati. It's the Illuminati.
Isn't that the game with the girl that's like in high school and it's like
College.
It's high school.
But no,
Is it high school or college? Or boarding school? It's a boarding high school, I think.
Boarding school.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really story driven and it's a really good game.
Here we go talking about the game again.
Yeah, Jerry's. Let's stop. So we're gonna stop. I'll explain it to you another time.
I'm going to have to Google this Life is Strange and find out how this game about this girl in high school has got two grown men just enraptured. I got to find out what's going on.
Greatness. It's greatness.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It is pretty good. So, but no, I've enjoyed doing this podcast. Guys, we're here every Tuesday night at 9, looking to have different, maybe a guest or two here every now and then if we could.
Maybe.
Just let us know. Let us know in the comments or hit me up on Xbox.
Sad wants back in.
Sad. Before Sad, all Sad has to do to come back in is to remove that. He got this one picture on his Facebook. It's just he got to remove this one picture off his Facebook, and then we can talk again.
Okay.
He knows
what happened.
I'm not gonna put it out there. He knows what the picture it is.
I'm
still understand why it's there, but
is it a troll picture?
I don't want to know.
It can be.
Okay.
It can be. It depends. It depends on who's looking at it.
Yeah,
So I'm assuming it's about you then. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's not about me at all.
I'm not gonna mess with it.
Nah, he just needs to take it down. I'm surprised he didn't get ripped to shreds by posting, but whatever. I don't know. I don't think we have a lot of mutual friends. So, but yeah, that'll happen sometime soon. But otherwise, I think next week. Actually, we might not be here next week because Halo comes out. I guess we could do a pre-show.
We have
Halo
to.
Comes out.
We can take a break.
We could do our thoughts and impressions after.
There'll be some news next week, I guarantee you.
Okay. All right, so we will be back here. We'll be here before Halo comes out. But you guys got anything you want to say before we log out for the day?
Yeah. If me, Jay Cherry, Smooth, and Irv here disappear like the night after Halo releases, don't be surprised.
Oh yeah.
We'll be gone.
Oh yeah.
You won't hear from us. Like there will be an exclusive party chat where the 4 of us are just sitting there playing. You won't hear a peep from me. And all I have to say is, before we're completely done here, no talking during the cutscenes.
Yeah, no
I
talking
never
on the
do.
cutscene. Yeah.
I never do.
And
I might turn the
I won't be
volume
able
down
to
in
talk
headset.
because this is gonna be mostly starting at midnight. My kids are gonna be asleep,
Yeah.
and my fiance is probably gonna be asleep, so I can't be talking 18-inch voices. 18-inch voices. We could do that.
Yeah, I will turn the volume on my headset down during the cutscene. Sorry.
I'm gonna be blaring it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hopefully, I have the update and I can just hit the Y button to mute the whole party while it's going on. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, if y'all guys want to see me in 2K and Madden, y'all might as well just go ahead and send me an invite now. Y'all don't want to see me in FIFA, just let me know.
Yeah.
2K and Madden, let me know, because Tuesday is over. Not
I
gonna
lost
touch
my touch in sports games this year, with the exception of NBA Live. I'm still a beast in NBA Live, but 2K, Madden, FIFA, I will never touch. But
come on, man, it's fun.
And everybody knows me. I don't touch sports games. But
Come on, man, y'all letting me down.
but you know what it is. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to visit theofficialwegamehere.com for your official gaming news, and also check back here for all our great content. You know what it is. As I always say, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We are out.
Hey.